Welcome to Burning Metal Sessions 2. Let me just tell you guys, we're gonna get a rock on. It's gonna be fun. This will be our last show for the year. You know, we're gonna go through Christmas, we're gonna go through New Year's, we're gonna have great food, we're gonna see people we love, we have to love, you know what I'm saying. So, we're gonna be going through all that. And this episode's gonna be my Christmas episode and my New Year's episode. You know, bring up the cheers and be amazing at it. So, what is this Christmas all about? For me, I'll be 100% honest. This Christmas is all about waking up late, not feeling like you're about to get nagged for not wanting to do anything, and eating, okay? Eating pernil and arroz con gandules. Why? But why? Because that's the best food ever. We had that for Thanksgiving. Epic. Ate that for about 3 days after Thanksgiving. And guess what? It's gonna get better. It's gonna get so much better. It's gonna be so metal when I get to eat arroz con gandules with pernil all over again. And I don't know how to say that in English, because I don't know what the equivalent of those words are in English at all. Pernil is probably pork, shredded pork, and arroz is rice, gandules are beans, but I guess that's how you say it. Rice and cooked in with beans and some pork bits. But it's gonna be great. And the true meaning of Christmas is food. When I was a kid, it was all about, it was mostly about presents for me as a kid. But then when it stopped being about presents, it started becoming about food. Becoming an adult, you tend to look at everything like, you're not gonna get the presents you got when you were a kid. Like when I was a kid, I used to get like bikes, game consoles, toys, clothes. That one pack of socks and underwear. You did not understand why you got that one pack of socks of underwear. Because you had a million of them anyway. And at one point, I'm not sure if anyone's old enough to remember this, but those 5 years of every Christmas and any holiday when everyone gave you an Axe kit, body spray, deodorant, perfume, and by like, I want to say 2 years into it, you had 8 Axe bottles, 2 perfumes, 1 deodorant, and I think there was a shampoo and a body wash at some point. I don't really remember, but I had more than enough. They were great weapons for self-defense. Those bottles were durable. I even remember when I was in high school, and everyone had it, and you would go into the boys' locker room to change for PE, and you go back into your regular clothes, of course. You would go back in, and all you smelled was Axe, some random perfume, and sweat. Lots and lots of sweat. And all of that formed into the boys' locker room. It had his moments. Not good moments, though. But for sure, holidays are here. We're all kind of excited. It's hard to be excited, though, because of 2020, because of everything we've had to face. Normally, in a regular year, holidays would be even better because we've been working, we've been achieving stuff, we've been not scared of COVID. You know, at this point, we're normally over the election. You know, this is the moment where we all come together and bond and buy each other presents, eat together, and at the very least, are kind and courteous and polite to each other. Not everyone has to be, but, you know, for the most part, that's what we try to do on the Christmas. Right now, it will be a different kind of Christmas. We've been together all year, essentially. I mean, I was living in an apartment with my roommate, who was my cousin. Then he moved to Florida. Then I've been living with my brother for the past, I want to say, 6 months. Not entirely sure yet. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe 6-8 months. My parents have been here on and off. My sister has been here on and off as well. And I've been living on the couch. So we've been together. We have been together. So this Christmas is about just being used to each other, because I don't believe my family and me, like us 5 would never be in the same place once everything gets back to normal, right? I get my own place again. My sister will get her own place. My parents, you know, will be back in Florida, and we'll move like regular again. We'll have the jobs will ramp back up. We'll all be separated, and we'll only come together when it's food or a random game night, or just whenever get bored to see them, right? So I do appreciate that portion of this Christmas. Definitely something really good to consider. And guess what? We got Santa Claus coming. Good old Santa Claus is going to be coming, leaving gifts off, even to a 26-year-old podcaster. almost 27 in March. It's crazy, right? And at this point, a pair of socks will make you happy. In all actuality, a pair of socks will make you happy. I don't know why. I just think when you get to adulthood, it's just like everyone leaves you on your own for so long that you just appreciate anything, right? I was thinking like the things I hold dear now are those mementos of like moments and fun times you have with someone. I collect mementos of stuff. When we could go out into the world and do have fun stuff happen, what happened? We go out to a comedy club and there'll be tickets. I keep the ticket, put it in a memento box, and we good. And that's a moment that I will always remember with the item being there. Kind of cool to have. But for all this, guys, Christmas is going to be great. One more day with your family, right? One more day with your family. I don't want to take any of these days for granted, even when you wake up mad or upset or just annoyed. I'm not going to lie to you. The day they're recording, I think it's Saturday. I woke up to my sister playing heavy music of Christmas in Spanish, Christmas music in Spanish, and I didn't want to wake up, so I stayed sleeping. I like waking up to a little bit of silence here and there, but, I heard all that, I just stayed in bed. It's a Saturday, and yeah, it's great to have everyone around, but, it's what it is, and you won't be this close to your family. That's what I'm going to realize. Like, as much as you want to be away from everyone again and like have your own personal bubble, like I really do want. This is a little gift that 2020 gave us all. Next to our families. Trust me, being next to my sister has been a blessing this whole year. She helped me become a better person. Yeah. Normally we growing up, my sister always tried to like assert dominance against me. At least always felt that way. But nah, this year she's helped me grow into a better person. Through little things like we do a little book club between the family. And through that, she's helped me learn some stuff about myself that I wouldn't have caught doing in my own way. Because I have been growing better. But, having a sister who's also trying to do it also shows you how you can improve. And one of her major lessons was in a book about John Maxwell. It's called there was a principle in one of his books called the rubber band effect. This rubber band effect more or less is you never to be good at what you do. It's sort of like you gotta keep on stretching yourself. Because once you're steady, you're just all flimsy and weak. But if you keep stretching yourself just enough, never too far though, but just enough, you're consistently growing and improving. And that works for me because we're Forge Masters on this podcast. We have to stay in the heat to keep on bettering our blades. So, that just inspired me even more. A message from the Lord, right? But, this year's been great. Almost like a yearly wrap up of my 2020 existence. I miss my roommate, my cousin. Great dude. He left to Florida, missed the guy. When he got back, we all got when he got to Florida, we got busy and just getting used to his surroundings and my surroundings again, which is back in the apartment. It's been a thing. My brother's apartment is a really nice apartment, a really nice view, but that heater is strong. When I had my own apartment and I had my own room, my room was so cold that you kept your jacket on when you walked into my room. You kept that on. You didn't take off your shoes or nothing. You kept everything on. And I enjoyed it. It made me sleep well. Now, sleeping in the heat and everything, you're just like, Sleeping is not something you should be trying to improve on by staying in uncomfortable situations. Sleeping is not one of those things. And yeah, it's really crazy to think about everything that happened this year. Because it feels like it happened yesterday, but I also feel like it happened a year ago. Like things happened, you moved on, everyone moved on, but it only happened like 3 months ago. 2020 has been a crazy year. You have COVID. You had these crazy elections that never have an ending, and everyone's telling you that, oh yeah, they normally last this long. Well, I'm like, okay, I guess. I don't remember it lasting this long, but that's one way. And I'm ready to get back to everyone opening up to the world again, and everyone's pent-up aggression of staying inside isn't directed at people unjustifiably. Because we're all pent up inside. We all need to release our stress somewhere. Listen, I'm wholeheartedly believe that it opens up again. We're back out on the streets. We're gonna be happy again. Moving, achieving stuff. Not being next to everyone at all times for 24 hours a day. Finding your moments, being able to have stress relievers again, go to the gym, play basketball, move around, enjoy a meal at McDonald's with your buddies. It's going to be great. And 2021, it probably won't directly open up with that. But let's hope we get in there before March 24th. I want a good birthday, guys. I want a good birthday. I know, right? But, between all this, remember, for New Year's, I don't know how we're going to do New Year's either. I'm sure some people will be together, some people won't be together. That's not an important factor. But your New Year's will be important. Set your goals. Be more flexible with your goals. Don't be harsh on yourself, right? Don't be too harsh on yourself. Just move on. If your goals aren't instantly achievable, like let's just say right now at the gym in some cities, or maybe you're not comfortable going in the gym with a mask on, because I know I'm not. I can't personally work out with a mask on. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. So if you do it at home, but make your goals achievable for next year. Shoot for the stars. Go crazy. Really start thinking about how you're going to improve yourself with the limitations we have with the COVID restrictions. But even after that, we're going to be free again. If anything, I've learned to not take for granted these moments of being able to fly to the sky, going out with friends, eating in a Burger King. Yeah, those moments matter. Playing basketball, practicing skateboarding, destroying yourself, and being like, ow, that hurts. And now it's just like, ugh. I understand some states are different, but New York is not. I don't plan to leave New York anytime soon either, so New York needs to open up. Safely, of course. But we need to open up. We really do. And yeah, dude, and for next year, all my life goals are this. Give this podcast the best chance it has. I have my machine. My all-in-one machine is coming finally. So I will start. This is like an announcement for like a upcoming thing, but I will start my metal tales pretty soon. The Lost Tales of Metal. We'll come up with a name and it'll be intact. But it's gonna be fun radio dramas. On top of that, I have a blog. I have to start it up officially. But most likely, January 1st, we will start out officially and it's gonna be great. Burn points aren't going to finish. Metal sessions just started. More and more content's going to come out for the people who really like this podcast. I really hope you guys check everything out there. Social media wise, check out everything we can do, right? But those are my goals, right? Oh yeah, another goal for me is going to be getting back in shape. Because on top of not just trying to do everything I can for the podcast, but I feel a sense of responsibility for myself to get in shape. Because one day, in my head of heads, right, I want to be as close to Batman physically and mentally as possible. So that means learning different stuff. Like this year I wanted to learn Japanese. I had not learned Japanese this year. And there was a bunch of stuff that you can do because you weren't in the headspace for it. No one was ready for COVID. But definitely, 2021, I will at least start the process of learning Japanese, mastering my Spanish, and honestly mastering my English, because my English is terrible sometimes too, I'm not gonna lie. But learning new skills, my many different styles I'm gonna start up a YouTube channel for the first as well. I just gotta edit some videos, put together the presentations and everything. But it's gonna be eventually my process would be release a audio clip, a video for YouTube, and articles, at least 3 articles a week. That's what I want to push for. But guys, if you have any goals in mind, just say it out loud, put it out in the air. You guys are gonna kill it if you do. And because this is a holiday one, I don't want to take up too much time. So stay metal, be epic, and rock on. Like, Burning Metal will be here next year. I hope you guys come back. This is our last episode, so we will be putting content from January 1st and up every Monday for burn points. For metal sessions, I'm moving it to every Tuesday. Actually, am I gonna do that? You know what? I'll probably make it more official on social media, but we will be setting everything up more so, right? And I'm excited for all that. A little bit of time. This year I was inconsistent through sometimes, and I apologize for that. But next year, I will be less inconsistent and more organized to begin with regardless. Thank everyone for listening. Rock on.